Hello. Right. They make crime for treats, but they've had them. So they can't have any more. Right. Don't seem to be getting any sound. That could be a problem. That'd be why. That looks like it's probably coming through all right. No, we've just had some treats. Right, so we're back for some, not a lot of, Frostpunk, because I've been invited to take part in an Elite 40th anniversary stream.
Bring it on.
Oh, thank you for the sub, Pip. It's good to see you. So we're going to play this until basically Lum, for it is they, Lum Kitty, who is doing this. And then we're going to raid them, and I'm going to sort of co-host on Lum's stream for probably the rest of the evening. If things do wind up early, or I am no longer needed or whatever, we may come back to this. I might start up a new stream, but we're just gonna crack on with this. So I'm just getting the things ready. You can hear that the game's going. Everything should get a bit darker now. Yep. All right. So we had just begun the New London scenario. So the first scenario, the prologue, we have played excessively, some might say. I don't think there's much else to say except that I'm on the wrong scene. So let's go to the right one. And once I punched that button, there was another action I was going to take, and I've forgotten what it was. But oh, can you, if anyone's there and has audio on, you just confirm that music is sort of coming through. And let's do a quick test of the audio. Thank you. Trying to find some relatively inoffensive. That sounds good to me. That sounds fine to me. Hopefully they aren't doubling up. And if someone... that one doesn't work, Cartesia. It's good to see you, by the way. Good. All right, let's call it good for now, and get on with it. Don't be fooled by the cats. Right. So I am doing well. I'm a little sad. I went to take my motorcycle theory test today and I failed on the hazard perception bit. And I think I figured out why. And it's not because I can't spot danger. An idea tree. Basically on the... you have a video playing in front of you and you need to click the mouse when a hazard is emerging, they say, and I'm clicking too early because I ride a bike, a motorcycle, on a provisional license. I'm allowed to drive it on the road, but I can't get a bigger bike and so on. I am very, very keyed into when things are moving around me, and I'm clicking too early. And it turns out if I click and then click again, I probably scored very highly, but I scored very poorly. I got 0 on many things. So I have to wait 3 days to reapply for the test, and I'm pretty sure I'll get it next time. But it's just annoying. Right. So the Research Institute unlocks the idea tree where new ideas and solutions should be researched. However, different communities propose diverging answers to the same issue. You decide which community will research a specific topic, resulting in an outcome tailored to that community. Choosing a community to research an idea will improve your relationships with them. The amount of time needed for research may be reduced by building more research institutes. Each institute will increase research speed as you build more institutes. The incremental gain from adding a new one diminishes, so you don't get a continuous upgrade. Yeah, I hope so too. But yeah, I'm much better at dealing with these things than I was. But thank you for the encouragement. You can accelerate research in the district with Research Institute. Climate change research speed possible by signing adequate laws constructing buildings for such an effect. However, those means aren't available to start. You need to research them first. Tension. Portrayed by an orb that can fill with black liquid as tension raises through the city. So it shows how agitated and anxious people in the city are. Tension rises from other problems like cold, hunger, disease, squalor, or crime are high. Factions may also increase tension. It depends on their feather. The more they're radicalized, the more tension they cause. Besides, factions may okay, it's a typo I need to fix. Engage in various disruptions such as protests. Be careful, if your tension reaches maximum limit, the city will fall into uncontrollable chaos. Tension level changes dynamically, so keep an eye on it, especially when it rises. Tension reflects the overall situation in the city, so the best way to low tension is to improve the city. Decrease problems like cold disease or de-radicalize factions. Lowering their feather. You may also research certain ideas that will lower tension. Search amongst buildings, policies, or hubs in the idea tree to find adequate solutions. Okay. We know about the sick and injured. We know about squalor, but it's kind of, yeah, we can repair things and so on. Output and demands we know about. Prepare the stock. We can mark all this as red. There we go. So, I think we built the first building. Different ideas, communities in New London. A small crowd gathers outside the new Research Institute, argue about how to exploit the latest gold veins. The stalwarts and New Londoners want us to lean on machine-powered mining, but the Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such discord under the captain's rule. You have to choose who to entrust with developing the idea. I'll make my decisions now. Okay. We need ideas to move forward. However, different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. They will only pursue solutions which align with their worldview. Choosing a community to develop an idea will improve your relations with that community. Let's see. So. All mines. No one else shares this idea. Dust coal mines. Construction is a mining operation where residual coal dust is sucked up and compressed into briquettes to make maximum use of the resource. That sounds good. I like this. Neutral. Blasting coal mines. That's the stalwarts. Operators use explosive drilling to rapidly exploit coal divisions, generating NOx fumes. That sounds like a later thing, like something you would need in an emergency. So it also tells you who. So the Frostlanders are the ones I like so far. New Londoners and Blasting Coal Mine. So they make up 57% of the city, and these guys make up 43%. Disease is slightly increased. Squalor is increased. This is lower demand, but the cooler, and it needs more people. It produces slightly less coal. It increases to these slightly, but has a lower materials demand. Whereas this needs less people, higher coal output, but the squalor is increased by a greater factor than the disease, and the 60 materials demand. So that is an ongoing cost. So overall, this is the most frugal point. So I think we're going to go with dust coal mines. We've done this, right? Asbestos lining. That turn. Yeah, that's bad. It's all the same idea. Okay. Right, while that's going on, we still have the frost breaking over there. We have we've decreased the food surplus drain a bit. And we have plans for the over here, don't we? Yeah. So food is pretty critical. And we're going to link all of these together in one go. If we can afford it. Right, needs to lock that. Keep on pressing the wrong button. So we're done there. Can we build? Interesting. Yeah, but we can continue the run there, can't we? Hang on a second. Alright, go with it. Now up here, we've put together all those mining districts, and now we probably need to do some frost breaking, which we probably can't afford. But what are our main problems? Heat-wise, we're doing well. So we're still low on houses. Right. Well, we can fix that, can't we? Yeah, we can build up on the sides, or we can increase this area that we've built here. Right round here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3. More food on the way. So supplies are my next biggest concern. We will need all of our heat stamps for that next. But many things are under control. We need, how much do we need for frost breaking? 30. So when that comes up, we'll frost break. Right, we have our 30. Let's build it. Well, let's break it, rather. We've got all of this. We've got the prefabs. We will need those fairly soon. But we can grab them all together. And these, hang on. Out of interest. I think we need to do the frost breaking anyway. So yeah. That's the housing covered. And the food. We're now on a slight food surplus, so we're just about covering people's needs. Look at this. When you get down here, there are trams and robots. These are the automatons that are there. Oh, you can click on them. Oh, a thing is happening. A mining generator. It's good to have you back, old chap. So, Aid Byron, 55 drill sergeant. It was a terrible fright to have you switched off. You're more than just a heat source to us, you know. To us, you're a symbol of what we should be, unbending, unyielding fortitude. May we all stand so bold against the frost. The generator is revered and respected by the stalwarts. So yeah, if we get down here, there are. I think you can see people praying to the generator, or at least that was happening in someone else's playthrough. But I don't know if they took faith route. I took a neutral route. So, how are we doing? We can do more frost breaking, or we can start on building this. What does this mean? That's infinite?
Remember to keep your heat lamp maintained. It might just save your life.
So here's our housing district, and here is our research building. Right, so industrial districts just, they process things. Extraction districts, like this one. So I have a curiosity here, which is, can we connect these two together? We have the dust coal mine, but we need the heat stamps for it. We'll need 100 heat stamps in total, I think. Okay, and our prefabs are going down quickly. So we'll need to get those prefabs that we've got here. And yeah, our heat demand is down. Ah, the expansion. There we are. That's what we want. We want to build the expansion there, connecting the two. We hope. Oh, it comes with a 3 expansion, right? So that links all of the mining together. Oh, that's interesting. Right. We've slowed the reduction of goods. have our 30, but we don't want to spend it just yet. We need to build the building. Need to hold on to that. I quite want to do an expansion here to link all of these together. It's an interesting... Yeah, so you can plan for this. There's our 20. The expansion is complete. No notification, interestingly. So once we get on top of the coal situation, there's our 50. So now we can build our building. We cannot. We need 80. Okay. Oh, we'll just have to wait. Everything else is...
An automaton has broken down and is blocking traffic. Technicians are on their way.
We're going to blip up to 2 very quickly. Get our income. There we are. Now we can build our building. So we're not stockpiling our... Now my feel is we should probably put this as far away as possible. Zeitgeist, city direction. You can monitor the zeitgeist of your city in the bottom left corner of the screen. Zeitgeist means spirit of the time and describes the direction of your city on 3 axes: technology, economy, and society. The laws you pass, buildings you build, and choices you make, all will impact the zeitgeist. At the same time, your communities have a natural tendency to favour some solutions over others. Your relations to them will change based on how their views are aligned with the current zeitgeist. The more you develop the city in the direction they support, the more positively it affects your relations. See what a given community or faction supports. Click their image at the bottom of the screen and hover over the icons of the name. Watch as your decisions shape the zeitgeist. Be on the lookout for dissent which can tear your city apart. Right. So, where's our zeitgeist? Adaption. Will adapt even require sacrifice. We're not favouring anything particularly. Tradition is unlikely to be... So this is interesting. Oh, I won't be playing it. Enjoy the football, but I'm not going to be playing Elite. I'm just going to be chatting about Elite with people while they play Elite. But thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Enjoy football. So we're building the thing. We're waiting for our heat stamps to go up. We want to connect these 2 districts if we can. And we've also got a project out here to connect all of this together into a thing. So the temperature is dropping. I literally looked at the thermometer just that happened. Temperature Be ready for a temperature change. Keep an eye on the weather timeline located to the top right of your screen. Thermometer icons represent temperature changes. When the temperature drops, heat demand increases in districts that demand heat. When the temperature rises, heat demand decreases in districts that demand heat. Ensure you have enough fuel stockpiles to be ready for temperature changes. You may construct fuel stockpile hubs to extend stockpile capacity for coal or oil. Otherwise, coal may increase disease and eventually lead to death amongst your citizens. Besides temperature changes, be aware of whiteouts. These are weather anomalies that introduce severe and punishing conditions. They are represented by wind icons on the timeline. So have we got one of those coming up? Not yet. So we've got our stockpile is being depleted. A place to settle differences. With a new mine, the impending doom of depleting coal is postponed, yet differences between communities remain. The weakening captain wanted to establish a council to settle. He didn't live to see it through. It falls to you, steward. The people of New London want a say in how it's run. The first decision, whether you should continue to lead the city. Ooh. So, is it free? No, we need 80 heat stamps. I was going to have to wait for a while. What if you never build a council hall? And they can't have the vote. We're going to play along for the moment, even though I've got other plans. I kind of need those prefabs up. Hey, we're short on workforce. No one's sick. We just built too much shit. We can shut down this district. For now. Lean on the stockpiles a bit. Only got an workforce of 800 for 8,000, 10% of the population.
Beware of frostbite. Keep your face and ears covered. covered.
Nice tech tree. Reason and tradition. Okay. Right, we can build our building, and that will probably kick off the game proper. Oh, there's only one place it can go. District employment. District employment can manually control a district by selecting percentage value. You can scale all operations in the district. The adjustment will reduce the required workforce and resources requirement will roughly rely on... Oh yeah, we can scale it down. If full employment cannot be selected in a district, it is because there's not enough available workforce in your city. To address this, you either need to reduce employment in other districts or increase the workforce. These workforce adjustments will affect all buildings in the district. That's fine. Cool, so I made a mistake there, but it doesn't... now we've got some sickness happening, right. So what we want to do is we want probably... Right, at 100% we're there. At that, we're stable. That doesn't give us quite enough people. 275 will... minus 10. And that would give us 275 people back. It's not a problem right now, so we're going to leave it. Oh, council time. The first council session. The city decides. Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years, but those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say. The stalwarts maintained order on behalf of the captain and adhere to what they claim was his vision for New London: progress, merit and reason. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over our survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. There are those who view the stalwarts with contempt for their role in New London's history, but they keep to the shadows for now. Basing your handling of the coal crisis, the first decision is whether you should maintain your role as steward. Open the session. Ooh. When you return to the council in future, you'll be able to propose new laws to vote upon. But for now, a special vote needs to happen. The communities of New London have to accept you as their leader. Be careful! If you fail, this will be the end of your rule. People are divided. $420. We negotiate, or take me as we are. All right. Frostlanders, neutral. Disturbed by the overly traditional. Doesn't want anyone to know how delicate his joints are. Drop. The first time he found a corpse in the wood. Reassembles animal skeletons out of discarded bones he found on his travels. Proud of himself. Etta Abbott, engraver, Frostlander. Followed her first love to the edges of the Frostland. Wakes up early to watch the sunrise. Only trusts the well-travelled. She sounds all pretty awesome, actually. Russell Thompson, cook, Frostlander. Sings every time he sees the Aurora Borealis. Devout follower of the 5-second rule. Opens up when asked about his love of vintage taxidermy. Right. If we vote... Do we want to double down with the Frostlanders? What are their terms? Negotiations, here we go. All laws you propose will have widespread support. Negotiate to have a better chance of vote points passing. After choosing a group to negotiate with, you can decide what to promise in exchange for voting along with their proposal. It includes actions such as enacting a law they desire, building or destroying a building, or using an action towards a particular community or faction. Making a promise in negotiations will make all hesitant delegates in the chosen community vote for the proposed law. Additionally, some delegates who are against the law will also switch sides. Same logic applies if you want to vote against the law. Factions are more monolithic and will not engage in negotiations about laws against their worldview. Okay. Their terms. Right. You vote for me. Liberated Youth. That's quite useful. There's 15 people against me. Yeah, we've looked at them. So what about the New Londoners? Yeah, so we won't do that. Interesting. Okay. So what we could do... Can we only do one of these? Can we do several? What if I got everyone right behind me? So if I gave everybody something they wanted, so... Right, let's do the one that I'm happiest with first. Yeah, you can multiple. No, we're not doing that. Let's just check. Well, I've already negotiated, but what have I already... Yeah, it should allow me to go back and check that. So that gives me the bulk of it, but let's see. I may come to regret this, so vote for me. I think we have this. Got to make it work somehow. It's looking good. Now... Oh, well, okay. I didn't mean to do that, but...
The proposed law has been approved.
I see. Steward, you shall remain then. Good. There are challenges ahead. Expanding coal extraction is a great success, but the fame will only last so long. We need to explore the Frostpunk for a permanent source of fuel, otherwise the city will have no future at all. We must find more fuel. Yes, understood.
Take note. A new rule enters into force.
What's that? Yeah, we're out of workforce, so I don't know quite how we're going to manage to keep the workforce. It's not offered us a mechanism for that yet. So if we wanted, we could push this down, and that will give us some kind of people to work with for now, at the cost of a bit of food. Right, so we can frost break, which will be necessary. Don't know what to do with these. The deep frozen forest, 100 million. That's it. The infinite thing is 100 million. If we can get to the deep stuff, which we don't have just yet. So I think before we frost break, we need to build our extraction district for the prefabs. And for that, we're going to need to steal some workers from somewhere. Oh, we can do this. Right. That works. How about here? Cool. Which means we can push back up. Then we pause. We need 600 workforce. Okay. I wonder if second guessing the game is a good idea. Hang on. Aha! In times of high tension, I'm more inclined to give support, giving you more power. So I can get some enforcers. Up to martial law. On the other side, you've got guided voting, bureau propaganda, and basically making people do it. So the rules. But it says one law available. Yeah, so I have to do that on the next one. So the way station we're closest to is this one. And what do we need for a logistics district? 400 workforce again. We don't have enough people. Right, now we're... got 11 registered as sick.
Please give the right of way to frost breaking teams in transit.
I've got ahead of myself, haven't I? So what we've done here, we don't want to reduce coal production because there's a coal spell coming. What will that put us? It gives us 229, so we're already juggling. Yeah, we get plenty of prefabs from a low operating district, so that's fine. We've got our 500. And we'll build this. I'm wondering if this is going to be sensible. Or do we want to frost break some of it first? And have it cluster up there? My gut feel is... oh, yeah, we can only do it like that. See, when you look at it like that, it looks like sea out there, but it's just an area you can't get to yet. So, where do I pull the people from? Guess it has to be here. We have to hope we get some more people soon, because we do not have enough people to do the work. Right, let's try and get this promised rule through, which will mean more horse trading, of course. The law is supported. We can... I can't.
Hear ye, hear ye. The proposed law has been approved.
That went pretty well. You know, lie to your capable word, you now look upon your rule autonomously and consider you a leader with integrity.
A law has passed in the council. Take heed.
So we get some more prefabs, which is helpful. But we are slowly running out of everything. Right, there we go. And now we're down on housing. But helpfully, we've got enough housing. We just had it closeted, so we can pop this up and pretty much deal with it immediately. Right, but we are not... We're only very slightly ahead of the game there. Now, we can push our production back up on these, which is good, because more people, more mouths to feed. In fact, we don't have enough to feed all the mouths. What's going on here? City grows, population growth. Steward, a new count has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Some attribute the rise to an influx of settlers from the Frostland, others to births outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we have adjusted our calculations of the city's needs to reflect the new numbers. And we have 1,199. No dead yet. Some more registered as sick, though. Okay. So what happens next? Well, we need more food. And we probably can expand the district. That's what I hoped. Okay. Maybe we don't expand that one then. Wait, it's 3, isn't it? So we could go and link them all together. We can now survey the frozen land for New London to find a source of fuel to ensure its future. That's brilliant. Oh, here we go. These windswept foothills used to be thoroughly explored, but whiteouts have erased the paths and the safe houses we constructed. You're in an all coal mine though. Maybe that's leftover coal there. That's safe. Base shelters. Overpopulation and dwindling fuel reserves forced many residents of New London to take refuge in these temporary shelters built around one small hot spring. The inhabitants wait for conditions to improve for them to come home. So that's how we get New Londoners. I thought...
Logistic District is now operational. First expeditions in search for fuel will be launching shortly.
Right, so we can expand out our... Right, we have a lot of workers we're not using, hang on. So we can pop that up to 100%. That's 100%. it's a good point to take a break. I don't know quite when we'll be joining Lum Kitty, but I'm going to bet it's not going to be at 8 o'clock on the dot. So I'm going to take a few minutes. I shall be right back. I have this, I can't tell you what it is, but I have this feeling I have messed something up somewhere. You can't see this, but Tony is climbing my chair. Pointing the camera at him makes him not do it. Now they're just yelling at me. So, yeah, we've boosted the population, but consumption of various things has gone up. Goods in particular are looking like they're going to need more work. Hey Julie, how's it going? How do we get the teams? Alright, yeah. So they're currently on their way. So where are they? 12 weeks, 1 day. Good, good. Ha! Interesting. My chat here isn't working at all. I am reading it off a slightly different place, so if I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. The kitties look... Well, because I put my headset on and I'm talking, obviously this is a great time to set up a massive fuss, because I do this a lot before when I sit down for work meetings. And then they... Ooh, what's this? Alright. Something we'll learn about later. Wise woman. Right, so yeah, they're hoping for treats. Well, they're hoping for food. And they ain't getting any. Well, not yet anyway. So I'm having a feeling that when I come back to this, possibly tomorrow, I might be starting from... And let's have a look. Do we have a base save for New London? Yeah, we do. We have a 1 week in. For that chapter. So that will probably... Yes, you do. I can see... Right, Stuart, during a routine medical examination performed by Stalwarts, a small group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. These checkups are relics of years past when a conflict could endanger the city. That's gone now, we've adapted once, and no point in continuing this invasion of privacy. The Stalwarts maintain that regular physicals ensure the safety of our workers. It's vital we monitor our citizens' health. One foreman pushed back. We had epidemics in the past, we mustn't allow another one. For the sake of safety, no one can afford to be bashful. And that will, yeah. Workers determine their own health. Don't interfere. I'm going to allow the mandatory checkups. We've done a lot for the Frostlanders.
Do not be alarmed by any unusual noises coming from the generator. Routine maintenance work is underway.
Yeah, so we are in the cold snap. More people are getting sick. And everything is going down. We've taken on so many people, but we haven't built sufficiently to support that. I'd be alarmed. We've got this massive food district, but it's not enough. But the real problem is supplies are going to run low, so we have to build the extra supply district. Damn it, and we can't do it. We're going to have to extract. We're going to have to frost break. So what we want to do, we'll crack those. Fine. We're going to have to do quite a lot of frost breaking. And then can we afford to another mod? Yes, we can. So if we break through here. The crime is up, tension is low. I'm not quite sure how to get goods. Do we need an industrial district? An industrial district could probably go in this area here. And we forgot to research whether adjusted shifts. Oh, it's under research, yeah. Okay. Didn't forget to do that. That's not the council timer. Frostlanders demands met. Rots delight you kept me where they now upon your rule more positively and consider you a leaguer with integrity. Our trust has risen. The neutral 33%. Right. The law is opposed. What do these guys want in return? No. That's a pretty neutral thing. Research and hold vote.
Hear ye, hear ye. The eyes have it.
Where can I see a record of the promises I have?
A law has passed in the council. Take heed.
Steward. Hear us, Steward.
Steward?
Give me a steward. Steward. Steward.
Hmm. Ah, you see, I would have wanted that. Hmm. Hmm. I'm losing track of what's going on. Okay, we've got our thing. When we build our extraction district, we can. Okay. Yeah. I've got a feeling I'm not on top of things as I'd like to be. Could increase our coal production. Yes. I mean, I know it will take many, many hours of playing for me to get on top of this. And hi, Rach, how you doing? Actually, let's do some quick shout-outs while we're here. So, really pixels? They're gonna sit there for ages before it gets started. Looks like it. Julie's wonderful. Plays an awful lot of Oxygen not included.
Good. Just digging. They're purely a digger, but I've given them exosuit training and construction. Hey, Charlie. Thank you for the.
Has been playing a little bit of Stray now and then as well. I had a lovely chunky cat called Bob, and then at least one other cat that we don't see so much, who I frequently give treats to. Co. Is hilarious.
I don't know the lyrics.
So do give them a follow. Diddlix, I don't know if you want to shout out. You don't really stream anymore, but if you do, you can certainly have one. Just keeping an eye. You're welcome, Go. My pleasure. Yes, I know. But you've probably still got a clip or two lying around. If you haven't gone and deleted them all. Really?
A deep freeze is incoming.
Oh, that's
Ignore
harsh.
at your peril.
Right, so can we put another... Not yet. I wouldn't go near that that mode for some time yet, if ever. I'm not sure I'm willing to be that miserable. And stressed. You see these furious little kitties? Just malnourished, wasting away they are, right in front of your eyes. Right, so this is exactly the sort of thing that generally doesn't work in this game, which is point improvements. Right, being responsive rather than planning. But I don't have a sense of everything that's needed yet. So... Oh! Battered foothills are explored. Let's have a look. Sorry, Dreadnought. Orders on the towering structure often attracts outcasts and scavengers who rather live together in cold isolation than follow the laws of New London. Settlement has been declined since the collapse of the observation tower. Some may be willing to reconsider the situation. Join us. We'll come back to that later. Abandoned coal mine. A mining complex inhabited by children a long time ago. Over the years, they grew older and became citizens of New London. The last miners were ordered home by the captain. We know some coal remains in the shafts. The approach trail is in poor condition, but we found a warehouse with prefabs the captain intended to use to prove it. We could take them or leave them in place if we want to use the mine again. Right, we're going to build a trail. Let's connect the trails. Okay, so we have a roads thing here. Trails is a basic type of connection which allows you to send resources between different places in the Frostland and are required to operate outposts. Start building a trail, click the blah button. You'll start trail construction of the panel of the element that requires it, e.g. the outpost. Trails are built in sections. While the construction of each trail is a fixed number of Frostland teams required, each section will increase the cost of building the trail. Once researched, you can construct skyways instead of trails, transport more resources. Skyways increase the output efficiency and capacity of resource transfer between the output. Okay. Population growth. Let's try building this trail. We have no money. Oh, it has to go all the way over there. Oh no, here. Yeah, so we'll need 50. Everything required heat stamps we don't have at the moment. Sue Miller, 12, street urchin, looking for trouble. Cindy Parr went and got a governess, like she's going to be a duchess or something. Not on our watch. We roughed up the little bitch all right. Ferguson's boys will learn this too if they try and wife us again tonight. Pull razors and say we'll cut out their eyes. It'll be good fun. What we want is a proper rumble, short blades only. Come on, who wants to play? Right, we now have enough supplies. But we don't have enough food. We don't have enough housing. So housing we can probably sort. But again, heat stamps are low. We can't increase production. Or reduce production. So it's going to be a little bit tough for the moment.
The stalwarts will announce the name of this month's top worker.
Looming cool problems of the city. As the capital authority weakened, different groups started pulling the city in their own direction. New London grew overpopulated. Whiteouts ruined expansion attempts, and now coal is finally running out. With the heat and shelter, people start looking. Although the captain appointed you before passing, people are anxious you are not off the start. Prove them wrong, steward. Yeah, so our major problems are... Ruby King, 27, an apothecary. Going stream. For years, suggesting anything against the captain meant close scrutiny from the stalwarts, but despite bullshit booming from their bloody speakers, we managed to find our own way, kept to our principles, stayed frugal, put families first, watch out for our neighbours, continued our traditions. Now we have a council, maybe it's time for us to stop dreaming and make a change. The council has inspired people to suggest new ideas about the city's future.
The pilgrims are now officially recognized by the city. Pilgrim delegates will be joining the next council session.
552 Frostlanders have organised a faction. These pilgrims form a resilient, spirited community held together by the bond of tradition. They dislike city development effort. The manifest, adaptation. The generator is a modern arrogance. We must cast it off, adapt and become free. Equality. Individuals give the whole to the whole all they can, take only from it what they need. Tradition. We must tread well-worn paths or risk plunging into the abyss. Unlock. Deploy guides. Community action. Experienced pilgrims with deep knowledge of the frost will guide scout teams. Good relations. Perks. Scout volunteers. Provides frosting teams. I see. Yep, my first deaths. Did not keep on top of things. Yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow I'm hoping to do a really long Frostpunk stream, sort of starting fairly early on and finishing sort of around 6 or 7 UK time. I'm a bit irritated that only provided one extra housing. The expansion. Now it's throwing things through. Destiny to cool. Problems in the city. Steward. A cold wave has taken lives of the city. People were found frozen not only in the open streets but in some houses and workplaces as well. The air is thick with grief and anger. People feared the horror of the years past will return under your leadership. They want the council to ensure new lawyers can help with fighting the crisis. Reassuring them will be prudent. We will continue to freeze to death until cooled is brought down. Trust falls, I see. It was pretty high before. So yeah, I'm definitely losing control of things here. Yeah. We're on a losing streak here. Oh, what's going on? Right, the problem there was... there were too many people sick to actually man the building. Nothing is going well. So as people go off sick, they're not there to manage the housing. And without them managing the housing, people are exposed, so they continue to be sick. But it still did not make much of an impact. That expansion did nothing. Tensions are now high. There's a council vote on. Right. See, I want heat recycling, but I've already shafted myself there. So one thing leads to another. We can research other ideas. Okay.
The Pilgrims welcome anyone willing to learn heat suit layering and sewing methods.
Well, if people were talking about bullshit being glassed over the speakers, they were quite quick to make use of it themselves, weren't they? So, housing is the key problem. Can you stop it? And we don't have people to do this with. So I have not got the balance here. There's nothing I can shut down.
Hear us, Steward.
Feral children! No common rules. Steward, 5 children are dead and dozens lay wounded after 2 large youth gangs met from what they call a rumble. Most of the children were armed with knives. The fighting escalated to a full-scale battle. As a parent of deceased mourn, many insist these children should not be left unattended. Indeed, many backstreet alleys seem to be overtaken by uncared for youth. Some areas beginning. I didn't read some into one of the laws very well, did I? These children are for you, and they must be attended. You have 30 weeks to pass your primary apprenticeship or mandatory school. Okay. Right, well, we can do that. Yep. So we have pilgrims now hanging out. You are... Doesn't trust doctors. Right. So society. No common rules. Only apprenticeship. I think that's probably wise. Mandatory school is something I kind of... Let's propose that. Let's negotiate. Stalwarts don't like. Stalwarts are basically, yeah, let the kids run feral. Got 29 Frostlanders. What do they want? I mean that is a neutral thing to be getting. We can pass it barely with that, and we may have to get used to this.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Oh, it's better than I expected.
The delegates have spoken. The law takes effect.
Right, so we kind of got on top of this. I see Lum's gone live. So, I think I probably need to join them in just a moment. So, trust has risen. That's good. Turmoil should be... Crime should go down. Yeah, we probably need to... Well, okay, so what's going to happen is this. I'm not going to save it, because I'm probably going to start over tomorrow and have a good run at this. Yeah, that's fine. Gosh, guys. Right. We're going to raid into Lum, where the countdown time for the next 5 minutes by the time we get there will be running. And then I shall be joining Lum to talk about Elite Dangerous. Well, Elite in general. Very soon. So hopefully stick around. We'll talk about that. So it's the 40th anniversary of Elite today. It was released on this day 40 years ago. And Lum will be walking through every edition of Elite on original format, original hardware. And yeah, we'll be chatting as we go along. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. So you join me there. Just gonna set the raid now. I will be back for a lot more Frostpunk tomorrow.